Greetings, gamer guys and gals. Welcome to part 37 of my Let's Play Pokemon Scarlet. We are in Kaleidoscope Land. Very well, looks like it. And I don't exactly know what is ahead of us, but we're about to find out. Once we go over here and speak with Professor Sada. Hopefully, whatever it is, I am ready for it. To stop the time machine, you will need to use the Professor's ID, which has been embedded within the Scarlet Book. It was very like the Professor to put the final key we would need in that book, of all places. She loved that volume since childhood. If you place the Scarlet Book upon the pedestal here, you will be able to stop the time machine. There is just one issue. If you try to stop the machine, I will most likely attack you. Artificial being that I am, my own desires can be overridden by the system's programming. Once that happens, I'm afraid I will become no more than a battle machine, bound to defeat anyone identified as an obstacle by my code. My battling abilities are peerless. They are built upon analysis of all the battles carried out by the various champions of the Paldea region. Having seen the bond between you and your Pokémon, however, I believe you can prevail. Once you have readied yourself for this fight, please place the Scarlet Book upon the pedestal. Okay, so this must be, she said that she's been programmed with all of the battling records of the previous champions of this region. This must be that extremely hard fight we're looking into. Hopefully, I am ready for that extremely hard fight because if not, this could be quite a bit rough. Let's just put it out that way. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. Will you place the Scarlet Book on the pedestal? Yes. We should be reasonably high enough level to fight anything at this point, but we'll see. Initiating emergency shutdown. Please wait. Please wait. Access denied. Shutdown command overridden. Re-initializing. It is up to you now, Zeke. AI Sada switching to sleep mode, activating offensive protocols. Please, defeat me. We shall do our best, won't we? Me and my Pokemon team, that is. At last. At last, my dream is within reach. And you're not getting in the way. AI Sada has initiated a battle. AI Sada sent out Slither Wing. Go, Cyclizar. Whoa, buddy. I don't know who you think you are, but I'm not about to let anyone get in the way of my goals. Alright, so this is cool. Slitherwing. This Pokemon looks very much so like a... I want to say... well, obviously, very much like Volcarona, which is really cool. Alright, Breaking Swipe. Attack fell. And Low Sweep. Do you imagine you can best the wealth of data at my disposal with your human brain? This is the power the ancient past holds. Splendid, isn't it? Alright, so here's a serious problem. Obviously, this Pokemon is a physical attacker because Low Sweep is a physical move. If we are now slower, which I don't necessarily know the speed of this monstrosity, if we are now slower, I will faint here with Cyclizar. I want to U-turn, but personally, I think what I'm going to do is just send in Tauros here. If the Slither Wing is a bug type, we are going to be doing some hefty damage with that Raging Bull, as well as the fact that Intimidate is just going to be very helpful here. Oh, that's an attack fall for me. Hopefully we can still do good with this Raging Bull. And we did. Okay, we fainted the Slitherwing. Awesome. Now, this is interesting, child. Do you actually understand ancient Pokemon's weaknesses? Well, granted, Slitherwing looks like Volcarona, and Volcarona is a bug. Yes, we're going to switch because we need to get rid of that attack nerf that we have. But to who is the question that is more important here? I guess we can switch out to Cyclizar. Hopefully we outspeed Brute Bonnet. If we do, we're going to use a U-turn into our good friend Tauros again. Alrighty. With a name like Brute Bonnet, you would almost suspect... Oh, Sucker Punch. Ooh, that's just trash. Cyclizar, I'm so sorry you fainted. So early into the battle, too. With a name like Brute Bonnet, you would almost suspect that he is a physical attacker. So with that being said, this Intimidate will help. And Sucker Punch, you know, I mean, there are reasons why a Pokemon would have Sucker Punch, you know, that aren't physical attackers, because it is a very good, somewhat exploitable, but very good priority move. Raging Bull. Alright, we did really nice damage there. Earth Power. That's a special attack, though. Very interesting. I was half expecting a Sucker Punch there, not gonna lie. Alright, so... Sandy Shocks. We could keep in for this? Alright, so this looks like a Magneton creature. Very intriguing. I would imagine that Magneton like look-alike would be weak to ground, so we're going to try this here. Alright, obviously not quad effective. There is no way that was a quad effective hit there. Just no absolute way. Alright, so... I don't want to switch in with Reprogramming. We don't have a special attacker here. Honestly, high horsepower is our best bet, but Earth Power might KO Cloth. We could try... Depending on what this Pokemon's typing combination is, water might not be very effective. We're going to try Cloth. And high horsepower. Earth Power. Oh, and we fainted. Very unfortunately. Just as calculated, a critical hit to your Pokemon. It's time to simply give up, child. I'm not giving up so quickly, AI Sada. Mold Breaker. Alright. Not the greatest of abilities. What we could do is Terrastalize here and get an Aqua Cutter in. Hopefully we outspeed. Hopefully we don't get KO'd. Honestly, I'm afraid of both of those things happening here. If that happens, we might end up having to redo this battle, and very unfortunately, because we're already down here, it just wouldn't make much sense. Ooh. It just wouldn't make much sense to leave. Oh, that was super effective. Awesome. I had not really an idea here. I mean, Sandy shocks. We could imagine, I guess. Ground electric. Flutter Mane. Switch Pokemon. Let's go with Meowscarada. The problem with our Veluza is gonna die to any priority move. Any. And not very fast without a Fill It Away, let's be real. We do want a fast attacker here. Since all of these are neutral, Flower Trick is actually the best move here, so we're going to use just that. Ooh, that did a mighty amount of damage. Luckily, we do not have special attacks on this Pokemon here. And we fainted this Flutter Mane. What? Some sort of error has occurred here. Recalculating for critical damage. Flutter Mane fainted. Scream Tail. Switch Pokemon. We could switch out to Reprogramming, get in a Shift Gear, and then hopefully just wreak havoc on the rest of her team. But I don't particularly know who else is left besides Screamtail. Now, we know Screamtail's typing. I believe it's like Fairy something. Fairy Psychic, maybe. Zen Headbutt. Oh, we flinched. Come on. Alright. Alright, we did not flinch. We should outspeed after this. And if that's the case, we're going to utterly wipe the floor with the Screamtail. Iron Head. Yes, we did. Ooh. Would have been really nice if we had gotten a flinch there. But what can you do, you know? Alright, we're obviously not switching out here. We should outspeed pretty much anything. Reprogramming is actually quite a fast Pokemon. And Roaring Moon. Everything is proceeding within my expectations. I'm afraid the probability of you winning is 0. Roaring Moon. Wow. The booster energy was used up. Photosynthesis. Attack was heightened. Ooh. Not exactly something we want to see here. Spin Out is the far better damage, but if we outspeed, there's a chance of flinching. So we're going to try with the chance of flinching. Ah, no flinch. Alright, we have one option left, really, and that's Meowscarada here. Because I'm pretty sure this Pokemon is going to be decently fast. After all, he is a Salamence. And he outsped Meowscarada. That screams fast. So here's a very serious problem here. We have a very serious problem. And that is that we're not going to outspeed with Veluza if Meowscarada failed to outspeed. Which means we either lose this fight or we Revival Herb. We're going to Revival Herb, actually. Tauros recovered from fainting. Dragon Claw. Veluza is fainted, unfortunately. Our terrestrialization with Veluza was probably not very effective or useful, to say the least. But that's fine. Now, this Pokemon's attack is going to be back down to his original because of that. Let's hope we can feint this Mon before he feints us. Alrighty. Well, we just won this battle. You defeated AI Sada. Impossible. This whole area is very incredibly weird. Zeke.
What is this?
Did you already beat all the baddies without me? Okay, out with it, you. Who are you, really?
Thank you for everything. The time machine has finally... She has finally been stopped.
You're really not my mom, are you?
Oh, look how big you've grown. So proud of you, my... Sorry you were alone so long, Arvin.
Mom? Security system failure. Security system failure. Threat to time machine detected. Threat to time machine detected.
Whoa, what's going on now? Is another army of Pokemon on its way here? It cannot be. An obstacle is preventing the time machine from performing as intended. Activating Paradise Protection Protocol to remove the offending obstacle. What? Was keeping the time machine running truly all the Professor AI was doing? Looking at all the Pokeball except those registered what? Wait, what? Program initializing. Gathering terrestrial energy. I'm sorry, children. This is too much for you. You must run.
AI Sada disabled. Paradise Protection Protocol initialized. Alright, she grabbed a Pokeball from out of her pocket. Could it be?
You are not getting in my way.
You are challenged by AI Sada. Koraidon. You can't battle without a Pokemon on the field.
It's true, our Pokeballs won't work. How are we even supposed to battle?
Very strange.
Yeah, some crazy electrical signal is jamming our Pokeballs. Even I can't get them open.
That's totally cheating. And you call yourself an adult? Pokemon. Swap in. Would be really cool had this Koraidon been in a Cherish Ball. Love that Pokeball. And our Koraidon is transforming. 1v1 Koraidons. This is actually a pretty awesome end to this fight, I'd have to say. Alright. So, Pokemon. Orichalcum Pulse turns the sunlight harsh when the Pokemon enters a battle. The ancient pulse thrumming through the Pokemon also boosts its attack stat in harsh sunlight. Pretty intriguing, to say the absolute least. So, Endure, Flamethrower, and Collision Course and Terra Blast. So, Collision Course here. The user transforms and crashes to the ground, causing a massive prehistoric explosion. This move's power is boosted more than usual if it is a super effective hit. Wow. I wonder if it's like Behemoth Blade and Behemoth Bash that were both doubled in power against Dynamax Pokemon. Does this move literally double in power against Pokemon that are weak to it? Because if that's true... Now, Fighting does have an immunity to it, but Fighting has 5 super effective hits. That's incredible. I would love to know if that's the case. If that's so, that means that against something that is weak to this move has 300 base power, including stab. And that's not even including super, actual super effective hit. Super effective hit would be 600 base power, because it would be double that. That's incredible. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and battle here. I'm guessing Collision Course is probably what we want to go with here. Terra Blast kind of seems pointless, and even though we do have the sunlight going, Flamethrower? Use Taunt. Koraidon, the Guardian of Paradise. Wow, that did pretty well next to nothing. It changed into its battle form. Let's go, Koraidon. You got this. Why did that do so little? Let's try with a Flamethrower. You will fall here within this garden paradise and achieve nothing in the land. Wow, that did nothing as well. Collision Course. You will not be allowed to destroy my paradise. Obstacles to my goals will be terminated. Alright, this Koraidon has bulk up. This looks like it could be bad. Hang in there, Zeke. This does look like it could be bad. We're not even terrestrialized, so I don't think this is going to be useful. Giga Impact. 1 HP. You took that hit like a champ. You can do this. I know you can. This is very incredible. Attack rose sharply. Alright, so we're going to try a Collision Course after that attack rise. Oh man, can we really pull off a win here? This doesn't look good. Hey, Zeke, your Terra Orb's glowing. Zeke, Koraidon, terrestrialize and finish this off. Attack rose. Defense rose. Special attack rose. Special defense rose. Speed rose. We should outspeed now. Terrestrialize. I'm guessing this game wants us to terrestrialize and use Terra Blast here, because we do Dragon terrestrialize. And Koraidon is a dragon fighting Pokemon. Therefore, we are going to do super effective damage with this move.
It's actually kind of funny because this is probably... Koraidon is probably the only Pokemon in this game I have seen so far that looks like he is supposed to have a crown, like a terrestrialization crown on him. Because he already has a crown, which is kind of amusing. And we won. You defeated the Paradise Protection Protocol. You did it! It's not... He's not going berserk anymore. How? How very astounding. To think that you would manage to defy even the original professor's final protections. Are you back to normal? Yes. A completely unforeseen outcome, even for an AI possessing the most sophisticated technology ever conceived. Even on the brink of despair, you children did not give in, and instead proved your worthiness, showing the wisdom to think for yourselves, the courage to hold your faith in your friends, and the fortitude to do what had to be done, no matter how difficult your own pasts may have been. I believe you will be capable of walking whatever paths you choose for yourselves now. I thank you, Zeke. I thank all of you, children. But I am afraid that the time machine cannot be put to a complete stop so long as I am here. It appears I myself am part of the system that ensures the machine reboots when stopped. Huh? What does that mean? I am sorry. You know, when I was watching you all on your adventures from down here, I felt a sense of jealousy. I envied you your freedom. Very interesting use of two separately, totally different words here. Jealousy would not actually be a word that you could use in this, but envy is. Those two words are not mutually exclusive. They do mean completely different things. Jealousy is wanting something that has been stolen from you, or having that envy, like a, not really envy, but having that desire to have something back that has been taken from you. Like, for instance, if you are jealous over your wife having a very close connection to another man, you're wanting what's yours back to you. Envy is wanting something that doesn't belong to you. Now, our freedom is not something that belongs to anyone else. Everyone has his own freedom. So envy would work here. Jealousy would not. And I know this is not exactly an English class here, but it's just kind of amusing to me that there's so many faults in our language that people that are not faults of the language, but faults of people misusing words, meanings, understandings, pronouns, all this stuff. It's very weird. The way that you came together, working in league with your fellows and caring for them. The way that you sought strength and to better yourself, throwing all you are into your battles. The way that you would face down even the greatest enemies to save that which you loved. The way that you never ceased to seek, nor to fight for, a treasure all your own. Ah, and the way that you soared free through the very skies on those wings of yours. I wish that I, too, might be as free as you are, free to seek out that which I might treasure above all else, not bound. Your own treasure. As long as I remain here, the time machine will not stop, for I am inextricably connected to it. So I've made a decision. I will use the time machine to journey to the world of the ancient past that I have dreamed of. What? You can't just leave now, right when we finally reached you. I'm not going only so that the time machine can be stopped. I also cannot deny my desire to see that ancient world for myself. Is this what it feels like to have your heart race with the thrill of adventure? Arvin, I am sorry that I kept the truth from you for so long. I inherited all the thoughts and wishes of the professor, and so I understand better than any. Your mother truly loved you.
You can't. You can't just go and say a thing like that now.
No, I suppose you're right. I'm sorry. Arvin, Koraidon, Zeke, it is a little sad, but I'm afraid this is goodbye.
Mom!
Farewell, my free adventurers. I bid you adieu.
How could you just go? Mom.
Arvin, you okay, bud?
Yeah, somewhere deep down I kind of already knew it. I knew that thing was a fake, but when it said my name, using her voice and wearing her face, even if it was fake, it felt real, you know? And so Sorry. I don't know what I'm saying.
That's okay. I guess Koraidon is sad too. Oh, but that battle form, how cool is that? He's so strong. If he tries to nudge at me for a belly rub while he's huge like this, I seriously think I'm gonna die. Hey now, let's skip over the big win here. Let's not skip over the big win here. Zeke and Koraidon just saved all of Paldea. That's right. You both did amazing. Thanks, Zeke.
Yeah, that's my bud Zeke for you.
You know, Arvin, even though the professor's gone, I bet she's finally having a really fun adventure of her own in the past.
Yeah. Thanks, Penny.
Yeah, sorry. What should we do now, Zeke?
Let's go home.
You said it. Come on, everyone. Let's make our way home. Okay, everybody, listen up.
What is it?
Let's take the long road home and get a little more fun out of this adventure.
I don't really.
Sounds great. If we can load up on snacks first, I'm in.
Hey, Zeke, not you too. Oh, all right, fine. I guess we're out doing this. The end. That is the final of this journey. Finished we are. And now we are back in our dorm room, in fact. Calling students to the director's office. Master Zeke, Mr. Mona, Master Arvin, and Miss Penny. Director Clavel would like to see you in his office. I assume that would probably actually be his clerk or secretary who is actually the one calling that, but I just decided to use his voice anyway because why not? Why not? So, yeah, that was the ending, and
that was the credits as well. Now, I'm thinking about potentially doing 2 versions of this video, one for Utreon, one for YouTube. And the reason why is because it's very likely that the music used for the ending scrolling credits is going to be copyrighted, because it's that song Celestial that they used in one of their trailers. And the fact of the matter is that YouTube is breaking the law, breaking the fair use law, in fact, by copyright claiming and allowing these companies, businesses, celebrities, and organizations to copyright strike videos and content that is not theirs. Anytime you make content in which you add your own flair to it, it is under the fair use law and is perfectly viable as your own content, even reactionary content. Stuff I don't necessarily like, by the way. Don't really care for reactionary content. You'll never see it here on this channel. But it still qualifies under fair use because your reaction is the added touch of your own personality to make that content your own. Utreon doesn't do that. So if I find out that it very well will be copyright claimed, you're not going to see the end credits here. But you can find them in Utreon, where I would hope that you would be going, honestly. Upvote and follow me there. Honestly. Seriously. Now, in Utreon, you have the capability, and I'm not requiring this of anyone, but you have the capability of subscribing to me for a monetary monthly amount in order to get my content a week early. And there's different levels of subscription for the sake of just having different levels. To bless me more if you want to. Again, you're never going to hear this out of me where I'm going to be one of those people who says you have to do this. I know how to get a job. I know how to go work. I know how to go do these things. But I'd like to offer something to people who would support me in that way. I appreciate it. And even if you never do, upvote and follow, or like and subscribe depending on the platform you choose, and join me, won't you? And in fact, we're going to go ahead and cut this video off here before we go to the director's office. I want to thank you for joining me. I already gave basically my full outro, and I appreciate all the views and likes and everything like that that I have received, especially on Utreon. I've been getting a lot of that on Utreon, and I appreciate it. It's just wonderful. I am hoping and waiting for the day that one of these days my content creation can become something fantastical, that can be this wonderful like group or community where people come together and say, I want to watch Gamerman. And why I want to watch Gamerman is because he's a no BS, no nonsense, good gaming channel, and he doesn't kowtow to the political elite or the correctness here or there or whatever. He just gives games straight, he just gives games true, and he doesn't play games. Quote unquote. But yeah, so I appreciate you coming, and comment and share, like and subscribe, upvote and follow. We've already been all over this. And while you're at it, have a great and glorious day gaming.